Hey guys, what's up? So yeah, we put a deer down yesterday. You know, we got to do all the fun stuff, and the fun's not over yet. It is time for us to start processing up this thing. We got it all skinned out and everything yesterday, and we got it all quartered up, and I soaked it overnight. I usually soak it in just some cold water and let it, pull a lot of the blood out and whatnot. So we got our meat here all done up and everything and quartered, and it's soaked, and we got that all ready. Now it's time to start butchering this meat up and get to making some goodies. So usually, bear with my camera stuff here because I'm focusing on a couple things. Usually the first thing I start with is this piece of equipment right here. It's going to be a little loud and annoying, but I'm not much of a fan of sharpening a knife. This is my hunting knife right here, one of them. Probably the one I've had the longest and probably the easiest to sharpen. But I usually start with a nice sharp knife because after going through that hide and everything, it dulls a knife pretty good and hitting up against bones and whatnot. So this is just an electric sharpener made just for sharpening hunting knives and whatnot. So it's real simple, just like that. You do that a few times. You try to want to keep your strokes even, and then it's got a little honing blade right here. You knock the roughness off, get you nice smooth. I've already run it through probably about 15 times on each side. I tend to sharpen it after every use to keep a good edge on it. But this is definitely one of the first steps in the process I always do. And we're going to go through various steps of what I do to process up a deer and get to making some goodies here. So we got a nice edge on there. I'm not going to shave the hair on my hand with it because I'd like to keep the knife clean. So I'm going to start prepping up some other stuff, start butchering this stuff up, and I might do a couple little time lapses along the way. So we'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, so we're done deboning everything and whatnot. And we got us a few little piles here. You look back here, we got our 2 tenderloins from our deer. And we got a pile of meat right here. All this right here is going to be turned into jerky. On a cutting board right there. This whole pile right here is going to be ground up into burger, which I'll make sausage and Slim Jims and stuff out of. So we got all our equipment set up over here. We got our handy dandy meat slicer here, and we got our meat grinder here. So we'll go over this really quick. It's not too bad of a process to get this going, but you're gonna have to look at my dirty counter here for a second, because you know, setting the camera up on my own is it's becoming an issue. So I really just need like a hat cam so I can get everything and not even have to hold a camera. But we got the grinder set up here, and we got some chunks already cut up. It's pretty simple, you know. You just turn it on, pop your meat in, there you go. Out comes the ground deer meat. So you see this right here? I think I put the blade in backwards, and I usually do it about every time because there's no indication on which way the blade is supposed to go. Normally it'll come out just looking like ground chuck from the grocery store. So I'll get back to that in a minute and fix it. I'm gonna have to scrape all that off, take this piece off. There's a little cutting blade behind it there, and swap it around, and then we'll be good to go on that. But let's hook our slicer up here. I only got one outlet right here because well, landlords aren't that great in fixing stuff, especially electrical stuff around here. So for our meat, you take a look at it right here. You see all this white stuff right here? We need to get every bit of that out. All of this has got to go. For jerky, you cannot have any fat on it or it will go bad real quick. So what I'd like to do is take and just go ahead and turn my slicer on. It'll take most of it off right there. The fatty parts tend to get stuck, so then you can just take that off, and now we put that over there to grind. So it's not like you can just do one at a time. It's kind of, you know, work together. But now normally I have a guard for this thing. I don't know where it is. It's been a whole year since I've used it. So when it gets down to the close parts, I'll just have to move on to the next piece. But as you see, we should get some nice slices out of this now. Now I do have it on a cookie sheet just so the meat will fall on the cookie sheet. And this cookie sheet is slick for some reason. It's probably because I just wiped the counter down, and it wants to slide all over the place. But as you can see right back here, it gives us a nice little piece of meat right there. And I'll be doing this for the next couple hours, slicing up meat and whatnot for making some jerky here. But yeah, at the end of the day, it don't take me an hour to cut the deer up and, you know, grind it and slice it and everything. But then if I go to make, you know, Slim Jims or something like that, I actually have to run it back through the grinder. And for the jerky is not too bad, but the jerky takes about 2 days to make. So anyway, that's a little inside look on how I process up my deer after harvested up there. So appreciate you guys coming hanging out with me, watching my videos. And if you liked it, how about you leave me a thumbs up and let me know. That way I know to keep recording these. Until next time, guys, take it easy.